Can a budget pair of 15-inch PA speakers actually handle a real gig with over 200 people? So last night, I took a pair of the Electro-Voice EVIVA 15Ps out to the firefighters gala and put them to the test. No sub, just the tops. In this video, you're going to see and hear exactly how they performed and answer the question whether they were actually enough in this real world gig situation. Quick context, this was a full house event with over 200 people. We had speeches, announcements, awards, and then later in the evening, we did music and got the dance floor going. So these speakers had to handle both clear vocals and enough punch to get the people out on the dance floor and get them in the mood. I know many of you have in the comments in previous videos have asked, can a pair of 15-inch handle a party of 50, 100 or more people? So instead of guessing, I wanted to do this video where I actually got real gig footage I'm going to show in this video and see. All right, let's roll the clips from last night. Hey guys, so tonight I'm doing a firefighters gala gig here. I brought out the Electro-Voice EVIVA 15Ps right over here on either side. Got my Shure Beta 87C QLXD wireless system. Let me just show you real quick what's going on here. So we've got our EVIVA Electro-Voice 15P on a stand. I got a skim here so we can hide all the wires. I've got one of my moving heads as well, which always brings the party, gets the party going, right guys? So yeah, pretty simple. I'm really excited to see how these babies do tonight. I'm gonna have more footage as well in this video, so stay tuned. Okay, so because we have an upper area over here, it was requested to have a satellite speaker, which I have no problem. We're gonna use the Behringer B1C battery all-in-one powered speaker, and I used the X5 U35 so I can get it wireless from this speaker to this speaker, like this. There you go. Comes in handy, guys. And I can run this one battery up here, all the way down there. As you can see, the room doesn't have a big dance floor. There's gonna be dancing later. There's not a lot of space here. I mean, 216 guests, including upstairs and downstairs here. But the reason I did not have the subwoofers, and I feel that a pair of the EVIVA 15Ps will do, is because again, we don't have a big dance floor and people do want to sit and have conversations while the environment is lively, right? So let's see how they do. I feel they have enough thump without being overkill in this space, in this particular gig. If I had to guess the size of this room, I would say probably 65 feet long by 65 feet wide. It is a square banquet hall style where we are right now. And yeah, I've spread out the speakers. You can see over here, one over here, one over here, and the speaker right in the middle, so I won't have any feedback. I've done this format before, it works really well. I've had people on my channel before ask me, Chris, what size could these speakers do? What size? What size room? What size crowd? So that's why I wanted to do a video specifically on the EVIVA 15Ps right here behind me. And I'll give you my feedback on how the night went. Right now, we're just setting up. We've got about an hour and a half till the event starts. And let's see how this gala goes. I have done several events in this space before. And I have done this exact gala, because I've done it 3 years now in a row, with my Yamaha DXR8 Mark II. Again, 8-inch woofer, and it killed it in here. So I'm fairly confident that those 15-inch speakers, a pair of them will do more than enough for this space, especially with the SPL that they're rated at. I think it's more than enough, and it'll do the space justice.
After that, he was a mentor to Steve Allard, who's unfortunately not here. I haven't seen him, unless Steve, oh, Steve's here. Steve took over that golf tournament, and Herbie helped him out, making sure that was run right.
Thanks, Frank. So everyone looks like dinner is served. We're going to start with the retirees tables first. And once they get settled, the other tables will be directed.
All right, so that was a night. And honestly, I was paying very close attention because this is where budget PA speakers usually start to show their limits. First thing right off the bat, clarity. Speeches. The speeches were solid, even with a full room and people moving around, a lot of bodies absorbing the sound. Voices came through clean and clear, which is always the first test. Now, for the part everyone cares about, well, maybe how about the volume and the bass for a 15-inch top? I was actually impressed. It had a deep low end that I expected. It's not subwoofer level bass, but it had enough weight to make the music sound and feel full, not thin. That's what matters for a lot of gigs too. And in terms of volume, these are rated at around 126 dB max SPL. And in this room, that held up. I had them high up on stands, as you saw, which helped carry that sound to the back of the room, and it had even coverage. They were wide apart from each other, even with the 200 plus in the room. Enough volume to fill the space. And people got up dancing, and they really felt it, which is exactly what I wanted. Now, to keep it real, if you're doing a bigger room or you want more of that kind of deep, punchy low end, you're probably going to want to add a subwoofer. I know the EVIVA series has the 18SP or another subwoofer of your choice. That will take this setup definitely to a whole new level, if your budget permits too. But on their own, these 15s definitely held their ground for the space and the event I use them in. So it makes it very interesting, especially in the price. These come in around $469 US or 719 Canadian, which is competitive in this space and in this price range. There are a lot of options in this space. But after using them in like I said, a real event, I do think they are worth considering. Not just based on specs, but based on what my ears heard and the reaction of the audience in the setting. Guys, at the end of the day, we all use speakers differently for different crowds, different music, different expectations. So yes, your experience may vary from mine, and that's exactly why I wanted to make this specific video. Because a lot of you have been asking if a pair of 15-inch tops can handle a party. And now that you've seen it in action, I'm curious, have you run just a pair of 15s tops at a gig and found it was enough? Or did you feel like you needed a sub for your setup? Drop a comment below. Let's start the conversation. I read every single comment. I'm Chris from the Sonic Spectrum. And as always, see you in the next one.